In this video, I wanted to touch base on more of the Acronis tools that I've been talking about. And for today, I want to talk about how to clone a drive. And in my previous video, we actually demonstrated this offline cloner. This is one way you can do it. This is a single or a 2-bay NVMe, but you put your source in and you would put your target drive. So this can clone 1 drive, this can clone up to 3. But we're going to use software. So instead of offline cloning, we're going to use the software to do it through the computer. So stick around, I'm going to show you how. So in this demonstration, we have my Dark Dragon here, and we have a 1 terabyte NVMe in there. And let's say we're running out of room, or you're running out of room. Well, you can take your 2 terabyte drive. If you have an NVMe enclosure, that's great. Or you can use like a single one like this. This will work perfectly fine. Basically, you just hook up the cable to right here, hook this up to your computer, and use it that way. Or you can take even an offline cloner and hook it up directly to the computer. But I guess if you have offline cloning option, what's the point, right? But let's say you don't have that option. Maybe you only have this, or you have an NVMe enclosure. So we're going to demonstrate it on the NVMe enclosure. We have a 2 terabyte right here going in. Now for this demonstration, I guess I will put this back on. I was kind of thinking not to, but we'll put this back on just for heat purposes. I'll just put a couple of screws in it instead of all 4, because I'm going to be taking it right back out and setting aside for another demonstration anyway. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to plug it into your computer that you want to make the clone on, for the larger hard drive that is, and come over to your computer. Okay, so this process is very simple. Once you get Acronis opened up, you can see over here we have all kinds of stuff, selections. Tools is the one that we want with all these tools in it, right? We did talk about the Rescue Media Builder a few videos ago, and now we're going to do the clone disk. So select clone disk, automatic, recommended. Let's do that. And this is the source hard disk from below. So we want to go from this to this one. So our source is going to be this one. This one will be the target. This is currently what our drive looks like with the 2 partitions, actually 3 partitions. We're going to go from that one. Now Acronis is looking for any additional drives that are connected to the PC internally or externally. And this takes whatever kind of time, and there we go. So now you can see disk 1 has been grayed out. Disk 2 being the 2 terabyte right here. We're going to select that one, and then we are going to select next. And the destination hard disk drive you have chosen contains some partitions that could contain useful data. Click OK to confirm deletion of all partitions on the hard drive. And we're going to go ahead and just click OK and select the required cloning method. To replace a disk on this machine, clone with bootable OS. To use on another machine, clone with bootable OS. To use as a disk, as a data disk, clone as a data disk. So there's a few different options here. There's nothing, I don't know. They may take out some files or something that you can boot to another drive. I don't know. But this is what we would want if we were to just go ahead and want it for this drive. And this is what it's going to, what it looks like now, a 2 terabyte. This is what it's going to look like after. And then all we're going to do, there is some options, just looking here. I don't know what that option is. So whatever. And we just click proceed. And now locking partitions. So I don't know the estimated time on what this would take, but it is calculating it, and we'll see what it comes up with. Quite honestly, I've never used the software to clone to another computer. I've just never had to. I usually have all my backups, and if a computer or something becomes corrupted, like these two back here, it's pretty easy just to reinstall all the software for myself, just reinstall Windows and get that up and running. This way right here is so much faster than buying a new drive, reinstalling Windows, and getting all, you know, all your stuff back on there the way it was. That can sometimes take days, depending on how much stuff you have. So it is, or was, 2:39 when we started this. So let's see approximately when it stops. I will try to catch it. All right, I had it turned around every couple minutes, but it said 8 minutes like a minute ago, and now it's done. And it does say successful. So, I mean, that took 5 minutes, maybe even less than 5 minutes. I'll find that out during editing. But yeah, the disk was successfully cloned. So turn off the computer, remove the source drive, turn on the computer, and everything should be good. And that's it. You can unplug this from here. Now, I do recommend sort of having more of like an enclosure like this versus having it open air like this, because if you're replacing your NVMe with like a Gen 4x4 that runs at 7,000 or 7,400 megabytes a second, or even a Gen 5 that's running at 12,000 to 15,000 megabytes a second, those things are going to get hot and they could potentially slow down. So this just kind of keeps it a little cooler because it's like one big heat sink if you're looking for one of these. I'll throw a couple of these in down below in the description so you can kind of get a feel for if you want something like this. Some are more expensive than others. This runs at, I think, about I think this one's like 10 gigabits per second, which is about 1,000 megabytes a second. I do have slower ones, I have faster ones, but you know, it's up to you and what you want, and also what and how your computer can perform, because not all of them, and not all computers are equal, and you just got to know your USB ports. So anyway, that's going to kind of wrap it up. It was pretty quick. I just want to show you that cloning method, how you can do that. And I think it could be useful if you want to go to a larger drive. So anyway, comment down below if you wish. Hit that thumbs up to support me, please. And don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed, that is. And hit that bell icon to get notified for any future videos that I do post. And until next time, guys, take care.